Thank you. Right, we'll expedite the meeting as we've really done a lot today. So welcome by the chair. Here we are on Monday the 10th of November 2025 at 6 p.m. in the Fire Station, Old Hexham Abbey. I'm the chair, Derek Kennedy. Public participation. We have no members of the public here. We've just had the presentation by those funded teams. Apologies for absence.
Yeah, Suzanne and Neil.
Disclosures?
No.
None. Dispensations?
No.
None. Okay, we'll move quickly to the minutes of the last meeting on the 13th October. I'm just going to go through those. So page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4. Any comments? That will be copy of the accuracy. Okay, thank you. Permission to sign. Thank you. Thank you very much. So we've received the presentations, which were really interesting. It's the first time we've done it in that fashion, so obviously it took quite a lot of time to get through it all, but I find it hugely interesting. What do you felt? John?
I thought it was brilliant tonight, but in the future, next year perhaps, when we do the same, could we have it completely separate?
Yeah,
so that you know, we're not adding it on too late, adding this on too late. And we can make more of it as well.
Okay. So the next item is to adopt the Friends of the Earth guidance. John, I was going to ask, obviously I'm conscious it's 7:25, would you be content to defer to next month?
Yes.
Oh, thank you. So that's really, I do appreciate that. That's great. So we'll move that to next month. To receive an update on Hexham's potential development sites. So Hexham Middle School, don't know anything further.
There's a meeting there's a open day on Thursday.
Ah, is that right? Okay. So open day on Thursday. Where's that at?
At the middle school.
After middle school, right?
For prospective developers.
Yeah.
Ah.
Well, yeah, I think.
Is it public or?
Well, I think public. They're opening it up a bit more widely. I think I'll forward on the email and all the information then.
Yeah, thank you. Old bus station, nothing further. Toilets, we haven't had any update on that. The West Road, no update on that. The police houses, you'll have seen articles in the Hexham Grant that activities are now starting. There has been those planning applications that are coming into the Hexham Town Council. So currently, tree clearance is taking place in preparation for intended building work. So we know where that is, so it's good to see that after 8 years there is movement.
Sorry, Doc, just to add on to that, so P&I, the planning applications came in, most of them are getting extensions at the back of them as well.
Right, yes, that's right, that's correct, yeah. So those houses that are currently there, there's extensions to them, yes. Union Workhouse, update on that. The Shambles, you'll have seen that that's now progressing at a pace. I did speak with somebody this week. I think I'm told it has a few more days to completion. Obviously, it has not hit because the last target was, we were told early November. It is not early November anymore. It is now going to be middle to the end of November. There is a meeting with County Council and some of the businesses in the next few days just to talk over the whole gambit of the Shambles. However, we should recognise that actually, if you do have a look, you know, through the screenings, it is actually looking pretty impressive actually. So we look forward to the end of that cycle path. Mike, anything to add?
There is. Oh no, sorry. I mean that Corbridge mean.
Sorry, I'll bring.
After Mike. On the cycle, it's related to cycle path.
Okay, sorry.
So cycle path. If you're talking about Hexham to Hayden Bridge, you're talking about Hexham to Corbridge.
Just cycle.
Just okay. So Hexham to Hayden Bridge, I had to have a meeting postponed with the landowner because I broke a collarbone because I was run over by a roundabout by a car while I was on my bike. But the landowner is keen for us to have a walk along the route, so we're at the point of having conversations with the landowner and the farm owners. So it's progressing, but it's going to be not very fast.
Just a very practical thing about the lights with the driving up the Corbridge Road. One of the local residents said that the lights are too short. That it's not letting enough cars through, but it's just a minor thing. I've driven it a few times myself and I've not been massively affected by it, but it's just...
I think if you find a bus coming in the opposite direction, there's a bus stop badly placed, and it stops, all the stream of traffic stops behind it, and then it doesn't allow traffic to go in the opposite direction when it finally gets through, and that's why there's a huge delay sometimes.
Thank you for that. Next one, the railway buildings, no further information on that. The West End Methodist, do we have any information on that?
We had some information, but it's a while ago now. It's still preparing it for sale as far as we're aware.
Rob's and the Beale site, no information. Prospect House. I've seen lights on there.
Oh, sorry. There's just I'm sure it's been raised before, but where the Holly Newton Memorial is, in the little alley next to Rob's, I mean, it's a beautiful memorial, but the ceiling has always looked really dirty. Like, I don't know if there's ever been raised about having a sort of putting a power cleaner on it. Like, if you look up, someone's obviously, it's been as long as I've been Hexham, I'm talking about five years or something. Someone's obviously got like a drink at some point, thrown it up, and it's just been like left in the ceiling. And I don't know if it's the responsibility, I presume it must be the county council, the cleaner, but I don't know if it's worth looking into, because it kind of really detracts from what's obviously really...
Would you like to photograph that and put it on Fix My Street, and then we'll...
Yeah, I can have a photo. I'm sure everyone's... I'm surprised people haven't seen it. I mean, it's...
I can do that, and we'll see what we can do. See what we can do. But thanks for raising that. Prospect House. I have seen sort of lights on in there.
Some of the units are for sale.
Some of the units for sale. No, they've got units for sale. That's good. Abbey House, nothing to report. The Old Fire Station. There's the petition from Hexham Arts Town has been sent to Northumberland County Council and has now been launched. The link to it has been communicated to you all, and it's encouraging people to actually sign up to support the petition. So that is now live on there. That's live for 2 months, and obviously individuals can access that. But I think we can all encourage you all just to publicise that, and then people can decide if they want to or not. Penny.
Right, so I had a conversation with the Chief Executive of the Northumberland County Council on Sunday, and it's got to the point now whether this is a political decision, and it's political with a small p. What it means is that the officers have prepared all the alternatives and all the papers, all the rest of it. A decision will be made at some point, but that decision is made by elected representatives. So, as well as launching the petition, which is really important, and please share it everywhere. And there'll be one that can be shared on Facebook. You know, we'll provide people with a form of words, with a message that you just send everywhere. It's really, really important. It's also important that people sign properly, because otherwise the county council disallows the signature. But what we're doing is we're also writing to all the elected representatives, so every single county councillor in Northumberland County Council, and also to the senior officers. And so Andrew and I have been working on this, and we have a form of words that we've written today, which is why you haven't received it, because it's all happened quite quickly. So if you don't mind, may I read this letter out that is going out in our name to see whether you're all happy with it? Mm-hmm. Is that right? Okay, so it's going to be an email, obviously. So on the back page is the text of the petition, so that's what it refers to, but it says, "Dear, I'm writing to you to describe the breadth and depth of support for Sir Antony Gormley's proposal to set up his foundation at the Old Fire Station in Hexham. Sir Antony wishes to buy the site from Northumberland County Council for the market price and to develop an international centre for sculpture that is both his legacy and a resource for the future. Sir Antony Gormley, creator of the Angel of the North, has had his studio and foundry in Hexham for 20 years. He would also like to gift a sculpture to the town. The benefit of this proposal to the town is clear, especially in the light of it imminently becoming an arts town. But this is not just a Hexham town issue. The gain to the region would be huge, securing the North East as the recognised home of Sir Antony's work, producing economic and cultural benefits. We would like Northumberland County Council to grasp this opportunity with both hands. Sir Antony's proposal accords with NCC's own cultural strategy and the soft and hard principles of best value. However, the objections to Sir Antony's proposal are that estates wish to use the old fire station to park its refuse trucks on. The site has been empty for 8 years. The supporters of Sir Antony's proposal recognise that NCC Waste Services have a service to provide, but we have suggested a number of different sites in the town to no avail. Sir Antony's proposal has the full support of the town, its cultural organisations and its businesses. Hexham constituency MP Joe Morris is in support, as is Hexham Town Council, which has passed a motion stating this. The regional cultural organisations are also on board. So far, the story has featured in the local press and media. The BBC, ITV and The Guardian are waiting for the go-ahead on this story. Hexham Town Council has now launched a petition, the text of which is below. Can you help, please? We understand that a decision will be made soon between using the old fire station as an international sculpture foundation, housing the collection of one of the world's best-known sculptors, who has a huge visibility through the Angel of the North and his multiple shows in the region, and a refuse lorry car park. If you support Sir Antony's proposal, please could you do the following, and we're going to change this depending who we're sending it to, but basically sign the petition, circulate this letter / petition link widely within Northumberland, make representation at council meetings and committees. If there is any other support you can offer, or if you need any clarification or information, please let us know. So are you all happy for that to go out? Yep. Occasional tweaks depending who the recipients are, in terms of what they can do, because we're not going to ask the general public to make representation at council meetings.
Can I ask you just one thing about the letter, Penny?
Yes.
Other sites have been recommended or suggested to the county council. Are they already owned by the county council?
Yeah, we looked at the ones
Yes.
that they, and also ones that don't.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. I just think it's worth putting that some of which the county council already own as part of
okay.
that letter.
Well, it is a variety of them.
Okay.
So, is that yes?
I mean, the letter's fine, but it'd be good to just get a bit of clarity, because I know one of the issues, I mean, they're not stupid. Like, if you're going to have like an international arts centre or a refuse thing, there's obviously more going on than that.
Yeah, but it's all described in...
I know it has, but I'm just trying to get clarity from Derek, who's a county councillor. The issue, as I understood it, was that they were going to have to get a new site, and that was going to cost them another 5 million or something. Now, presumably, now it's gone through the council officers. There must be some visibility of those figures and some clarity on it. So, what's the county council come back in terms of the cost? What's the opportunity cost?
So they've not told us any figure at all. So I don't know where the 5 million comes from, but I know you've been conversant, which is the right thing to do. So we've not heard any figure. What on our site visits, it's quite obvious that the current site is not optimised, and that there is some opportunities there. Having spaces for a 30 space car park and a 50 space other car park, which is it's about 80 vehicle spaces there. There will be space for some vehicles, but certainly not that many. I think there's an optimisation of the current site really is required. We've made that quite clear to them, is that it is a hodgepodge, and if they optimise that site, is what is the art of the possible, really. Without what we don't want is not to pay substantial sums. I think what we were looking at is that it would be kind of cost neutral. That the money that they got from the sale, they could use to invest in the site to do that. So I'll bring it in.
Would that be, just following on from Simon's point there, is that, or should that not be in the public domain? Firstly, what it will cost them, or whichever way around, and secondly, what they would hope to achieve from selling the site? And if not, can we ask for a freedom of information request?
So I'll bring it next one.
I just wondered how much support you've got from other county councillors in other parts of Northumberland, or whether councillors from, say, the north west of the area are less, sort of northeast of the area are less supportive than other councillors.
So just answer both those questions. So the obviously there's been lots of conversations internally. I think the petition will now formulate some of those things, and I think will drive out what the county is saying about the costs, because at the moment we just don't know any costs. So I think that will drive out what their duties are under the new recycling requirements from government that they keep telling us about, which we've not seen because they haven't come out of government yet. So if that duty does pass down to the county council, there will be a sum of money I expect to come from national government to local government, because it's a new duty. So that they may have something they can do there. But I think what this petition will is crystallise what needs to be done. So what happens when that petition expires, they will have to write a report to say what is necessary. I've asked for on the new community partnerships of the Northumberland County Council is that is on the agenda. So the outcome of that petition will go to that community partnership. That's a public meeting, and that will hopefully be seen at the end of January. I'll bring you in.
The question first, the site between the Hexham West End Cemetery and the co-op, I think it's where the golf club is, there's a great big car parking space. Is that owned by Northumberland County Council?
It is.
Yeah.
So we might
that's been suggested.
So why can't we just use that?
It's
been sitting empty
that's been empty for 15 years. So we suggested that to them as well.
And the other thing was about the actual commitment to use it as an actual cultural space as opposed to just a warehouse.
Yes.
It says in the note here, which is very positive to see, that they've strengthened the revised business case and put greater emphasis on the numbers involved and timeline. So could you give more clarity on that? Is there a commitment that the community will be able to go in and use this facility to be able to see the works of art? Is there an actual commitment for that if it's the council sells it, or is it, because there's always a risk that it gets bought, it's used, and then once the council then gone off and done its own thing, creating another depot elsewhere or whatever, that it's just used as a sort of warehouse space, isn't it? So is there any kind of firm commitment? Is there a covenant being offered to make sure that they have to open it up to the public?
So can I read what is in the petition text that covers that actually? And this is written by the studio, this is not written by us. And so it says, Sir Antony Gormley's intention His intention to now establish a public gallery space within Hexham that will host exhibitions of the artist's work drawn from the remarkable foundation collection of his sculpture works on paper and preparatory material, offers the town a chance to elevate its cultural status, attract artists, tourists and art enthusiasts across the globe. The public presence that the fire station could bring to the work of such a distinguished artist studio would foster creativity, provide new educational opportunities and be a boost to the local economy. Hexham would become the primary repository of Antony Gormley's work. The core collection will be drawn and held at the front of the foundation bubble. According to recent statistics, regions with strong cultural presence often see a significant economic uplift as well as a strengthening of community ties. So, yes, to answer your question.
It just seems to me, in terms of strategy, you'd have Sir Antony Gormley front and centre of this, with all respect to us or any other campaign groups. If an international artist like him was to say, I want to come to Hexham and be on television and campaign from the front, I think we'd be in a far better position than campaigning behind him. He's our star player in this, and for me, whether he's been approached or whether he's slightly hesitant in making anything political, but if I was really serious about it, he's put a business plan together commercially. It's strong. I can't understand why he's not pushing this further forward with us behind him pushing it.
Okay. Thank you.
One of the things that strikes me about the location is a lot of the success of any project is the location of something. Hexham train station, past year or so, opened up the back of the train station so you can park on that side. And effectively from the train station, the fire station is almost like 2 minutes away, so which means you can take the train to Hexham, whether from Newcastle or Carlisle, get off the train and actually walk to this art centre. So that's really, it's on a thoroughfare, which means from the train station you're going to Tyne Green and to some of the businesses there. So it would be great for Hexham because it's located well. What was the thing I was going to say? I've lost it now. Location-wise, it's absolutely perfect. It's on the train line, and I just think it's just an unknown. It's a hidden gem which has pulled people in. Oh yeah, the cycle track. So the new cycle track, which so many millions are being spent on, the cycle track from Corbridge that's being built at the moment will actually end at the train station. So there will be a proper path from Hexham, from the train station going into Hexham. So if you just turn around from the start of the cycle track from Hexham and go over the bridge at Hexham, you can get, so the location of it is perfect.
Yeah. So just to answer, Nigel, your question, which I failed to do. So all group leaders have been informed of this. I've kept at home all of them and spoke to each of them individually. I've spoken with some of the councillors locally in the Tyndale area also about it, and some. Obviously, I've been lots of conversations with the leader and the deputy leader and some of the cabinet members as well. So some more. So talk about the 69 in total. Some will have a low less than others, but obviously that will start to grow as we start to do that communication scheme.
So I've just, if I could just finally say, so I've just added something which was, I've taken on board what was said. So this is the letter. So the supporters of Sir Antony's proposal recognise that NCC Waste Services have a service to provide, but we have suggested the reconfiguring of the existing sites and or using alternative sites.
Okay. Right. Good.
Thank you.
Before we move on from development sites and so on, Horsestyle Bank is the repairs that the County Council are making to the actual footpath on Horsestyle Bank are deplorable. Can we, if anyone else shares that, can we complain about it and ask for them to replace like for like, at least?
Sorry, just quickly on the Antony Gormley thing. You've said that the
the decision is going to be a small p political one. Do we know who is making that and whether that is a cabinet decision or whether that is
There will be.
cabinet?
Good.
Can I ask, is there any update on the works at Forstall Bank? Because I understand.
Not around there.
Is it in the hands of the county council or are they waiting for insurance?
Insurance.
Okay. I think we need to communicate that because I think some of the businesses.
I think they're fully aware of it, but
They
just
are.
I think they think there's other things that are happening and they're not.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Certainly,
Yes.
I'm not aware of it.
Okay.
Right, moving on. So I'll do mayor's announcement first and then forthcoming events because it kind of runs on to each other. Mayor's announcements. So we had a spectacular fireworks event. We introduced 6 braziers to it, which introduced flame to our fireworks evening. I think that worked very, very successfully. Andrew, okay with that? Yeah. So we had 6 braziers. So gas burners as such, sort of introduced flame to the events. Fireworks went really, really well. We estimated that 7,000 people turned up. I got an update on the collection of monies. So it cost 14,000 to run the fireworks this year, 2025. We have received a minimum of 15,000 in donations for this year, and obviously that will fund our fireworks for 2026 should we want to do it, and I'm sure we do. So that's really, really good. It's hit our targets, and we'll obviously continue that on. We had Remembrance Sunday yesterday. Again, over 2,000 people attended. Very, very well run event. Very, very slick by the Remembrance subcommittee, who do a fine job. Everything went very, very well. So well done to Hexham on that. Before that, a couple of weeks before that, we had Spook Night, which all went very, very well, run by a community partnership, and we supported them on that. Just as part of the remembrance thing, there was visits to the war graves in Hexham Cemetery on the Saturday. So Councillor Suzanne Fellis-Aiken and the MP Joe Morris performed those duties alongside the cadets. I attended the Hexham Hospital War Memorial, which is there's a war memorial from the previous war memorial Hexham Hospital that was demolished and became the new hospital. As part of that, there's a war memorial that was carried forward from there. So I laid a wreath on behalf of Hexham Town Council there. The gear in Hexham Abbey, if you haven't been, please do go. It is spectacular. That ends on the 16th of November. So there's a request here just about the petition for Gormley. When do we want that to end? So the suggestion here is the 5th of January. Yeah, 5th of January. That's fine. So going into future events, there's a meeting of a meeting with the businesses, primarily to discuss the Shambles on the 17th of November, which is next Monday. I'll be attending as a county councillor. Is there any other town councillors wish to attend that? If they do, just let me know and we'll get the details. Christmas lights is switch on is on the 21st of November. All councillors are welcome to come and help volunteer, because obviously we need like crowd management. Electric Dreams is on the 29th of November, Mike. So paperworks are being received around the town, so Mike gave a day like as I mentioned, so that's good. And we have the Christmas market on the 13th of November. So we're slap bang in the middle of Hexham's hugely busy time period. Okay.
Sorry, it's 13th of December.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right, so, okay, right, number 12, to agree the council pay. Alright, I'll go through those.
Well, there's a summary and just the payments of 500.
So there's this spreadsheet. Is there anything you want to highlight there?
No, there's nothing of any great interest in it.
Any questions? Any other lines?
I think the only thing that's the order is we've made the first payment for the new website, which should be online by the end of the year.
How much is that?
I can't remember what it is in total, but
Is it?
the first payment was just over 1,000.
Right. And that's because I think a one-off payment, isn't it? Yeah, that's just the one. Okay, everybody happy with that? Thank you. To note the approved minutes of the committees, so I'll go through those. So, done the forecast. Finance General Purposes meeting on the 17th September, page 11, page 12, page 13, page 14, 15.
They're all different.
Yeah, so I did. Right, so the Planning and Infrastructure meeting on the 30th of September, page 12, page 13, page 14, 15. The minutes of community engagement, page 16, 17. Any comments? No. Okay, they're okay. Good. And to note any correspondence. Do you need this? That's what I need. What can't That's right. Well, I'll try these on. There we go. Oh God, Jesus. Right, let's have a look. Bloody hell, God, how bad you're right.
Another one way there. I can read it without them.
Jeez. So we've received this from Kath Prandl on behalf of the Book of Ukrainian Stories team, and it's just to thanks to the Town Council for its continued support for the local Ukrainian community who sought refuge. We are writing to ask your help in sharing information about a community project called Book of Ukrainian Stories. It's just got illustrations and stories and art and photographies from those Ukrainians who have lived through one of the most challenging times in modern history. It's a celebration of their courage, humanity and hope. So by purchasing it helps support that. They're not seeking donations, only our help in communicating that this book is available. So is everybody...
Where is it available from, please?
Now you're asking. It is on. It's on. There's a series of emails where you can get it from, but it mentions here the Sunflower Cafe in Hexham Together for Ukraine. You can also find more details. So it doesn't actually say, to be honest, but as email addresses and telephone numbers to contact. So are we content to communicate that out?
Yes, if we...
Maybe that's a little bit more. Yeah. But yes, thank you. Good. Anything else?
Just one question. It's just it's an open question, really. Would it be worth, in terms of correspondence received, because obviously we all get various emails, and if we went through all the correspondence, it would take too long. So is it worth having an option for councillors if they wish to communicate some correspondence that they've had via an email, or do you just not want to do that at all? Each year I've had someone's email about people speeding in her area, so she needs a response from me. And I'm thinking if everybody started to do that at this point, it would take absolutely
It would
ages.
take forever.
So would you want, my idea would be, optionally, would councillors like to give an update? Because somebody has mentioned to me, like they send emails into the council and they don't get a response. So I just want to try and sort of put something in place. So just want to throw that out there as an idea.
Well, I mean, Craig, the amount of emails I get of people.
You might have picked one or two.
Yeah.
But I thought, sorry, can I speak? But I thought that in that case, because is it a town council issue? Or is it a county council issue?
She's
Well,
possibly count, yeah.
if it's county, so if I get things like that, I pass them on to Andrew.
Well, Andrew passed it on to me. So,
Oh.
but I'm also community speed officer, so I can stand with Suzanne.
So you should reply to her
Yeah,
and
yeah.
copy Andrew in. End of story. Does it need to be raised? Does it?
Yeah, I don't.
Okay, right.
Yeah, we don't give these every. Right. Okay. Have you got any correspondence?
Just the usual milk, Canning News, Northumberland CBA, Rural Button.
Very good. Right. Okay.
Sorry, there was one thing that we were hoping that you would mention about the town of culture. Except perhaps the message didn't get through. Shall I do this for you? I am now being the mayor, because the mayor is not here, obviously. So the government has the cities of culture, and they have notified that the bidding is open for those, but they also have created a thing which is called the town of culture. And so Andrew and Katie Taylor, who runs the Queen's Hall, and I had just a catch up, but anyway, we were talking about it. And basically we think that Hexham should apply. Now there's no information available yet, there's no deadline, but it is a substantial amount of money. I think, if my memory serves it correctly, over £3 million. But we don't know when it would be to happen and when the bid has to go in. But we think in light of everything that's going on in terms of the development of the arts in the town, that it would be good if we seriously considered it.
Okay, we shall put that on one of the agendas of the committees.
Can I just set up, where's the money coming from?
The government. It's a government department thing, like the cities, like the cities of culture.
All I would suggest is that the MP should be critical in all of this. I would direct everything through him, and he has access to all those departments. So I think the local MP, Joe Morris, should be at the front of this.
But I think it's up to the Hexham Arts Town, in inverted commas, of which we are a part, to decide whether they're interested.
It's how much you bid for. If there's 3 million, is that distributed?
No, that's what you get.
Stop.
Yeah, there's one award and that's the amount of money you get. You get some feed-in money to develop it, but the details are fairly scant, but we're just under correspondence. I'm just telling you what we know so far and sort of flagging it as something that we should have a proper discussion about.
I just think your MP should be right on it. He should be sitting on it, because there'll be other MPs in other areas doing exactly what we're doing.
Could be linked up with the Gormley thing in Free Living, could it not? That side is probably...
I think it's probably not till 2028.
It's
So the details are not...
It's just an idea at the moment.
But we have put a bit of a marker in the sand that we're interested in.
Right, so I'll end the meeting here. But just to let you know, I had a meeting with the MP today, so that was good. So we're going to have regular contact. Which I've got to admit, for all the time I've been on the council, I've never really had that much contact from MPs before, which is I've always thought was wrong at this point. So it's good that we had something there. It was just a half an hour chat, just about what's going on, what's moving, various views. So we'll keep an open channel on that and have regular contact. So it's good.
I think there's some breaking news that I don't understand, which is that Sarah Cox hits the ground running as Hexham marks marathon milestone. I don't understand a word of it. What does that mean, Pete?
Yeah, she came to...
Children in need.
Yeah.
Finished
yes.
in Hexham tonight.
Yeah, finish in Hexham tonight.
Well, Thursday, yeah. Right, okay. Thank you all.